Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in again to Debatable.
It's debatable.
Yeah, man. Episode 11.
11.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to AustrianAudio.com.
You see, do y'all hear how crystal we are?
Pick up that OC18 microphone. Pick up the headphones. Some of the best mics, headphones in the world.
Do y'all hear how crystal? Crystal.
Yeah, man. I still enjoyed the Math Hoffa B-Magic battle. Shouts out to Street Status. Shouts out to Math Hoffa and my expert opinion and all that. I think it was a good battle, man. I mean, obviously, dude choked a lot. I mean, that, obviously, who you got? What you got?
30.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was pretty. It was pretty bad.
That's there's no debate on that right there.
No, it definitely isn't.
There's no debate on that. The main thing is that I'm a fan of B-Magic myself.
Right.
I'm actually a fan of that guy. I think I like how he put his wordplay together. I like how his delivery. I like how his voice sounds.
Right.
So I know he would sound really, really good over a beat. So so I'm a fan of that.
I meant to listen to some of his music.
Oh, he got music?
Yeah, I know he does. I mean, I haven't heard him. I meant to while I was watching. I was like, you know what? When I'm done with this battle, I'm gonna go and look up some of his stuff. I want to go ahead and hear some of his music, but then it slipped my mind. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I would really like to hear him over a beat. He got a really milky flow.
He got a real unique flow.
His flow is nice.
He actually could have gave Math Hoffa a challenge. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like the battle with Conceited.
Right.
I remember the battle that he did with Conceited, and that was an incredible battle.
Right.
I was really impressed. So I mean, he just I don't know. He probably got something going on in his life right now, or I don't know.
Yeah, I know, man. It was a lot of things he was alluding to. Man, I hope it wasn't true that Math Hoffa was saying. I mean, I like
how he be running away with the money.
Nah, not even that part.
Oh, okay.
I like how he introed the whole thing, that whole Mike Ferguson thing.
Yeah.
I think that was dope.
He's seasoned. He's seasoned with it. You know what I'm saying? He's seasoned with it.
I agree that if your man was on top of his game, only cause Math Hoffa, he be reaching a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But but the first round was crazy. I mean, told the guy to battle me. The 2 for 20 Applebee, whatever, that bar was straight. Compare me, right? That spare sock of the laundry. That was, it was crazy. It was creative. That's the word I was looking for. Not really crazy. That, and then, that Puffy making the band, reference was okay. But then again, B-Magic, man. Round one, just choking, man. Just super choke. You know what I'm saying? The phone call, like, bro, who cares if he got a phone call? Nobody can hear that phone call. Like, how you hear that phone call? Like, dang, man.
Right. It was so bad that it wasn't worth it for me. Like, it was like, at what point do you put up a fight? You know what I mean?
He started, but then he would choke again. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, if you could look, the bars that he was going with it, with the whole Conway, you know what I'm saying? That whole, talking sideways, you know what I mean? That was crazy, you know what I mean? Even though I think I might have heard some Conway references already though, similar to that, but I still liked it. The Living Single thing was crazy. That scheme he put together. I mean, his potential is out of this world, man. But
I enjoy that guy. Like, I think, like you said, his potential. I think, all you got to do is get in the zone, and it's a wrap. I've seen him in the zone with the Conceited battle.
Right.
I haven't seen no other battles other than that, But it's really not a good look if he's taking deposits and running with it. That's not a good look.
That UFO was good. I thought that Magic out the deck. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty crazy, right? And then, UFO is the guy that put the event together, talking about, how he's robbing people's deposits. But he said, basically if UFO, right, it'd be out of this world, something like that. That was dope. Then, you showed up trash. That whole, that whole scheme, that was dope too. I like that. Man, he disrespected Obi Trice though. Golly, you know what I'm saying? A good dude up in there. That's when he went into the stealing deposits. Crip that old money. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now you caught in the red. That was crazy.
Right. That was.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I'm saying. That Method Man, that Method won't get off that dope. I'm like, yo, is this dude trying to insinuate that he's on some hard drugs or something? I hope not, man. You know what I mean? Then B-Magic, you know what I'm saying? That round two, even I ain't gonna front that round two, man. It wasn't really nothing in there, bro. I mean, it wasn't.
It was a 30.
I know, but I was trying to see what the potential. But the third round is where you saw his potential. You know what I'm saying? But third round, Math Hoffa was still going crazy. You know what I'm saying? With that, the bang set TV, your TV broke. That's the only time, your bang TV set, something like that. That was straight. And that GD folks was hard. I don't know how they was received. They wasn't receiving him too.
Nah, they really wanted him to go. I mean,
they wasn't receiving Math Hoffa too well in that crowd, man.
I mean, yeah, but because they really wanted your man. I think he got.
Yeah, he's home. He had home court advantage. They wanted him.
That's where he's from.
I think so. The way they was talking is like he from there. You know what I'm saying? That's what the vibe I got. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But that's the vibe I got. But then he came with that Blue Magic line again. You follow what I'm talking about? And then I'm really dope. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? That one right there.
Right.
He said, something ain't come out the Blue Magic. I'm really dope. I was like, yo, that was hard. And if dude is, I hope he ain't alluding dude is on heroin, bro.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Damn, I hope
it
not,
happens to the best of them, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. We ain't here to judge nobody. That's why I was talking about before. Hold on. We had this conversation before. We was talking about the young guys.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, me either. But we ain't here to shoot nobody down or because people fall off, people make mistakes. But I mean, if that's the case, but but listen, that legendary, that was a reach, bro. That was a reach, man. Golly, he was mad because they wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ben and Jerry's. I mean, yeah, rhymed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just felt like you was better off leaving it at that. I'm really dope. That in that area.
I mean,
But that legendary.
Yeah.
That was a reach, man.
Yeah,
that was a reach, man.
Math Hoffa, he gets the win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But the last round, B-Magic got off a few bars, man, that I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That TK was that TK bar was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because
TK
wasn't
there.
Yeah, TK. Well, it started coming a little bit in that round.
Yeah,
that's why I was feeling it.
His confidence wasn't there.
Question like an interview
from beginning to end.
When he says in question like an interview, yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely wasn't there, man. But it started to try to come. Either way, man. 3-0 Math Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? That B-Magic, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope that boy, you know what I'm saying, come back, man. Because people be going up and down, man, coming off and on. There's that other dude. What's that other guy? I forgot his name. Skinny dude, man. He just made a comeback too. But they was dissing him too, like he was on drugs or something. But people come in and out. Like right now, where's Big T at? I haven't seen nothing. I haven't heard nothing from Big T in a minute either. I haven't heard nothing from Big T either. You know what I'm saying? But he might be somebody that might I don't know, but I haven't heard much from him lately, man. Either way, man, shouts out Street Status, shouts out Math Hoffa, shouts out B-Magic. I still enjoyed it. It still was entertaining. So it's all good, man.
What's going on in the world?
Man, a lot, man. India seems like it's getting hit up, man. They just got hit with a cyclone.
Wow.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I know, right? But I mean, I guess they supposed to already be in the house anyway, right? So if they already, because they still in the house, right? They still on quarantine.
I don't know, but they were on quarantine. They was driving around.
They extended the quarantine.
Whipping people like they were very serious about the quarantine, you know what I mean?
Right. Then they extended the quarantine. So when they did that, I mean, I'm assuming they still in, man. But either way, I think about like 20 deaths might have been killed. It was the worst cyclone in 20 years.
Wow.
So it definitely had millions, you know what I'm saying, forced into shelter. But I'm like, I thought y'all was already on lockdown.
Right. I guess indefinitely.
So yeah, man. What else is going on, man?
Man, it's a lot going on, man. Let me see. Where do we start?
You know that guy that blew up allegedly blew up the what's it called, September 11th, or he was a part of it, Musawi, the guy that's in Florence ADX prison.
Okay.
Right. He's trying to, I guess he was appealing. I guess he just what's the word for it? Disassociate himself with Al Qaeda. You follow? I guess but he's been in there for about 14 years. You know what I'm saying? So it took a little minute. You know what I mean? And then he was talking about the treatment that's going on in AD Max. Unfortunately, that's where Dr. York is. Free Dr. York, freedryork.com. Innocent man. No reason that man should be over there in USP Florence ADX.
Look him up, man. He got a lot of video online.
Definitely.
YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of video online where you could do the knowledge of his teachings and things of that nature.
I was just watching $500,000. Rest in peace, $500,000.
He was
just
a student.
Yeah, man. He was just building on him, man. I was, he was building hard. I sent you the video. I don't know if you got a chance to see it.
I actually did. Take a look at it.
And then shouts out to West Side Gun. You know what I'm saying? West Side Gun got a song called, and it's old. It's 2015, but he got a song called Big L and $500,000. We was at $500,000 house, and $500,000 had the Clarence 37X book by Dr. York.
Which is the I guess the first problem book.
Right.
Before it was redone again by Dr. York, but that was like the first problem book.
Exactly.
And he had like what is it called? Children of the Sun.
Right.
He had a Mission Earth. The Supreme Mathematics series. You know what I'm saying? So
so this guy
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, that's a fact. So I guess the guy Musawi was trying to get some sort of relief out of that prison. As you already know, that's like a supermax, almost solitary confinement situation. And the judge was like, nah. You got to deal with that in the Ninth Circuit.
Wow.
He said exactly. He went to the Fourth Circuit where he originally got locked up or whatever, and the judge was like, nah. Any of those grievances, you need to bring that up in Colorado.
Crazy.
So yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah, your Future actually got a new book out. You know what I mean?
Shouts out
to him, and he got a movie deal with Netflix.
Wow.
Shouts out to him. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. And what I found interesting is that
what's up with has he mentioned his son lately at all?
With Sierra?
Yeah, because dude is really. Yeah, I just saw something. Dude is really taking Future's son in, like, yeah, that's my son, which is all good. That's cultural. That's how it is. You know what I mean? The woman, she got a child, and you with that woman that's supposed to be like yours. But go ahead. What else would you say with Future?
What's that old saying? You know what I mean? You want the milk, you got to get the cow. You got to keep the cow. You basically got to have everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling no woman a cow by any chance, but it's a saying that's out there. If you want the milk, you got to get the cow with the milk.
Wow.
You got to get the cow as well. But yeah. So that's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, Future, man, he had a new book out, and he got a new movie deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shouts out to him for that.
What's the book about?
It didn't necessarily. I think it's gonna be like a big surprise.
Okay.
But he just made an announcement that he got a book coming out, and he also got he struck a deal with Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty interesting that he's keeping himself relevant. And he's reinventing himself, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So we'll see what happens with this whole Volkswagen thing, man. They talking about Volkswagen had a commercial. I guess it was in Germany that had they showed they ripped it down right now as a racist advertisement. They even apologized after the outcries because it was like they posted like it shows like it's like a video where it shows like a black man being pushed around by a giant white hand. Wow. You follow what I'm talking about? And then, people started stepping up, making noise about it. But the interesting thing is, Volkswagen own everything. They own what? It's Volkswagen, Audi, right? They own Audi, I think so.
Okay.
And they own another big company. I don't know if it's Bentley. I don't think it's Bentley. I don't know, but it's another big one, man. Y'all look it up when y'all get an opportunity. I remember 50 Cent made a statement. He said, if I want to own something, I want to be like Volkswagen, because see, nobody knew that Volkswagen owned the high-end vehicle as well as Volkswagen and I think Audi. They got like 3 different companies under them. But either which way, man, it's happening all over the world, man. Like the disrespect is happening all over the world, unfortunately, So yeah, man. You know, let's see. And these rappers, they always talking about, you know, these high end vehicles, you know, from these people that do not care about us. You know, let's see how that works out.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope. But one thing I want to talk about is Solange, Beyonce's sister. She actually is doing a virtual festival titled Here and Now.
Okay.
I found that pretty interesting. Like, you know, a festival virtually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you could be at your house, you know what I'm saying, watching it. You know, they didn't say exactly how it was to happen, but the fact that they, you know, it's supposed to be happening.
Yeah, they got a few stay-at-home festivals. They got one called the Stay-at-Home Festival.
Oh, man.
They got a few festivals.
I'm just not getting hip to that, man. Shouts out to her for being innovative during this COVID-19. Magic Johnson also has is doing some big things right now for minority women. His life insurance company, Equal Trust Life Insurance will be reportedly helping women of minority-owned small businesses with that have, you know, COVID-19 relief with $100 million. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a really good look.
Right.
Whereas right now it's like what is it called? Issue with the Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. Will be under tough, you know, she's under tough questioning by senators that took place on Tuesday about the issuance of the monies that for the lending program, the monies that was given by the government, which was $2 trillion relief package, and a good majority of that still have not hit the minority businesses. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Magic Johnson is stepping up to do that, $100 million for minority women, I think that's a good look.
Yeah, that's official.
Yeah, that's off the chain, really. You know what I'm saying? And what else? You know, it was DMX.
Oh, I heard.
What you hear?
Versus Eminem.
Man, yeah, like, you know,
20 tracks.
Yeah,
I heard Eminem told Nori he with it.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
I mean, the cats can't sleep on DMX catalog at all.
Nah, his catalog is pretty.
I think it's gonna be an opportunity to really, because, you know, their whole thing is always like, do you really feel Eminem? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of the difference between an Eminem and a DMX. You could kind of really, you know, feel a lot of what he's saying. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you
passion.
know, yeah, like, you know, something about it, you know. And then, I mean, you know, Eminem do got some stuff though. He definitely got some stuff that you could feel too, you know. But I think that's his space though. I think DMX space is like, yo, what I make, you know, you can actually feel what I make. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I think, you know, then he got some lyrical stuff, like, you know, and then he got some joints that just bang your head, man. Like, you know, what's it called? Damien, that's gonna be crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's gonna be hard to find something to come at that right there, bro. That joint right there is a classic. Stop Being Greedy, that joint's great. I mean, it's gonna be dope, man. You know, Eminem, everybody know he lyrical, but, you know,
he's more mechanic. Like you say, he's very passionate in reference to DMX, and, you know, Eminem is very mechanical. So I think that you will be able to differentiate from each song for song,
right,
based on, you know, how colorful it sounds. Because when you go from
they own Bentley. Go ahead, my bad.
When they go from one song to another song, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's going to be very, you know, colorful because of how passionate DMX is. But that's crazy that Volkswagen owns Bentley.
Bro, they own Audi, Bugatti. Hold up, this can be true, bro. Hold up, Volkswagen is the founding and namesake member of the Volkswagen Group, a large international corporation in charge of multiple car and truck brands, including Audi, I never even heard that, SEAT, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bentley, Bugatti, Scania, MAN, and Skoda.
That's crazy.
So yeah, man, let's see if anybody gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, everybody's still gonna be rapping about their Bugattis and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
man.
crazy.
That's how they feel.
And you would think Volkswagen itself is like more of a it's not like a Class A, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's like, you know, it's like a Corolla almost, like a little, you know what I mean? You know, a little bit. I think I've always felt like it felt like it was a little bit higher than, like, you know, a Corolla or a Nissan. but not too much. It wasn't like in the Lexus space.
Right.
It wasn't in the Avalon space.
Not
it wasn't in the Infinity space. It
Not
felt
at
like
all.
it was lower than that.
Nah, not
you
at
know,
all.
but yeah, back to that DMX, man. I think that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely
crazy.
I would love to see that. You know what I mean? I
that's gonna be
definitely would love to
crazy.
see that. You know, but what else is going on in the world, man? You have what's his name? Martin Jarmond.
Okay.
He becomes UCLA's first athletic director.
Okay.
And guess how long?
How long? First black. UCLA's first black athletic director.
Exactly.
Ever.
Well, shit, damn near.
Okay.
I mean, 101 year history.
God damn. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a
Shouts
fact.
out to him for that. You know what I mean?
Especially, like, come on, who's really playing for UCLA? Who's really making it happen for UCLA?
Yeah, that's big. That's really big.
I wonder what's going on with them paying the college players now, the NCAA players. I know
That's on its way.
That was definitely gaining heavy
Momentum.
You know, and then
It's on its way.
now I don't know. College is definitely losing its allure. I feel like college is losing its allure in the United States.
Okay.
You know, I mean, shoot, even with I think even stuff like COVID-19 even makes it worse. A whole bunch of colleges are having to shut down. They're merging. A bunch of universities are merging right now because they can't survive. They're not even able to survive. So that, you know, I had seen a news report about different colleges merging and going under. Right. So that being said, with that, and then, you know, I mean, it's a lot of successful people that have been downplaying, you know what I mean, college. I mean, I think Steve Harvey is one. He never been, you know, there's a lot of people, not saying that they, but, you know, it's a lot of successful people that, you know, don't necessarily recommend college. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I mean, I think now more than
Bill
ever,
Gates, I think, right?
Well, nah, Bill Gates is gonna recognize. He's a straight. He's a straight. I think
somebody
did he finish?
I think somebody said. I think some.
You know that might. You know he might. You know, but you know
I'm sure he owns a couple of colleges.
Yeah, I mean that guy right there just feels like he's like that's his lane. You know, like his lane. You know, whereas you know some of them. I think Steve Jobs. One of them dropped out. You know what I'm saying? They were in college. They dropped out. I don't think it was Bill Gates, though. I think Bill Gates finished his whole degree. I'm not too sure. But yeah, man, I think they're losing their allure. So people being paid is going to help. They need that. I think they need that, you know, because first of all, it's going to stop people from just running and going to the NBA. They really going to become competitors for the NBA and the NFL. Mm-hmm. They're going to become competitors because they're already competitors. You know what I mean? And, you know, remember, the NCAA or college football was way more popular than professional football for probably about 40 years before professional football really came on and really grabbed the reins and took over. You know, maybe more than that. What am I saying? Because in the 20s, professional football still wasn't nothing. 30s, it wasn't nothing. It was like 40s, 50s. So they might have about 60 years that college football was the more preferred. You know, you're talking about the 20s and 30s, 90,000 people going to a game.
Wow.
Yeah. Army, Navy, you know, you heard Army, Navy games, right?
Heard,
yeah, Army, Navy games was bringing out 90,000 people in the 20s.
Got it.
I mean, every year they you know, they was doing 50,000, 60,000, 80,000. You follow what I'm talking about? So, only thing that was competing as far as pro was, I think, baseball. You know, but yeah, you know that
sounds pretty major though.
Yeah, it is, man.
That sounds pretty major, man.
Looking like they're starting to open up a little bit.
Well, you know,
Greece.
You know what? Germany is definitely wide open.
Okay.
You know, they get different kickback from the United States, the good old boys.
Right.
They want it open. They are serious about it being open. And then, you know, Trump.
Right.
He's saying the same thing too. Like, come on, like, because the economy is going to plummet. They printing up this money, trillions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, you don't have a working economy to flow the money. You know what I mean? It's just not a good look. It's not a good look, and that's just across the country. Because, you know, just because you got Atlanta open, I don't mean it's gonna be all right for the entire country. We really need New York open because that's where everything is really moving. You know what I mean? And, you know, Cuomo just did something. You know, he just did something. But he ain't just do it as of yesterday.
Right.
But, you know, Andrew Cuomo signed the bill Thursday of I think I forget the month, but it was in 2019, ending vaccination exemption based on religious beliefs.
Oh wow!
So because at one point you could say,
it's against your religion.
It's against my religion to get this vaccine, but he removed this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now that it's removed, you follow what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, the Hasidic Jews and anybody,
Like
anybody cannot, utilize that particular shield. That was like a shield. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Then it's gone now. You know. So. But my point is, this is what they push in order to open up everything.
Right.
They're saying that it's mandatory vaccination, and the mandatory vaccination, that's what's going to allow you to go to school. And if you don't got vaccine, you can't go to school.
Right.
And none of that stuff. But what's interesting is
homeschool has got to be on the rise right now.
Anyway,
it's
right?
got to be on the rise right now.
But I saw something online where China, it has this whole system before you can enter the building.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Of getting tested?
The first stop is, what is it called? First stop, I think, is wash your hand.
Okay, got
Second stop,
okay.
Wash under your feet.
Wow.
Third stop, get steamed.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like you get the child gets steamed from head to toe.
Going into school?
Going into the school.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then I think by the third and final stop, they do something or the other. But But by the time you get to the final stop, you're all the way good. I mean, the steaming is crazy because they steaming everything on all articles on the body.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think by the last stop, I think that's when they wash their hands, something like or the other.
Right.
But that's what they do in order to go into school. They're not talking about vaccination.
Right. It's
not about getting vaccine. This ain't okay.
Right.
Go through these measures before you walk inside the building.
Right.
I think that's way more effective than getting the microchip. If you ask me.
I mean, shoot, I agree, bro. I definitely agree, man. So, yeah, I mean, it's look like places are starting to open up, man. Greece is talking about they're going to start opening flights, or I guess opening for tourism mid-June.
Oh,
opening up flights for...
I just told you the other day.
International flights.
Korea and China.
Oh, yeah, South Korea, right.
They just got another rebound on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody's really letting you fly from anywhere.
They talking about South Africa, too, is about to get it. Well, somebody's saying they're going to get a second hit. But you know what? The United Nations, the Secretary General actually commended Africa, right? They said basically, African countries may be spread worse, but where they talking about they may get hit is economically. He's like, now everybody got to get prepared for the economic hit because obviously
that's all over.
Yeah, that's all over. Yeah, mainly people importing goods, different things like that. That's what he's talking about. The hit is going to be at, but he's saying that he was commending them for the relatively low number of confirmed cases in Africa, and it raised hopes that African countries may be spared the worst of the pandemic. You follow? And then he also said, the pandemic pushed into extreme. Either way, man, I really thought that was a good look. I mean, they had another article. They tried to have another article saying, is Africa doing good, or is it that they're not testing properly, right? Yeah, that's it. That's what they try to insinuate. But I'm like, nah, listen, come on, man. They those tests are not that complicated. You're not talking about, come on now, seriously. And then, come on, man. Ain't nobody talking about that over here. Ain't nobody, and there's nobody in, we're in Liberia, West Africa right now. It's like, I mean, and the only people talking about the COVID-19 is the government.
Right.
Only people I'm worried about it is the people that are actually in constant contact with foreigners like that. But the markets and stuff like, and it's still
everything's
packed out at the markets.
That's right.
Even though they tell everybody be in at 3:00, the markets are still packed out. And when I'm talking about packed out, you talking about what's that called, that thing over there in New Orleans, that
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras. It's like Mardi Gras. That's how it'd be like that. Canal Street in the 90s.
Every day.
Washington Heights. Like, I mean, pack, bro. Like, it's like that over there. Red Light, all these different areas, or what's that, Old Road. So yeah, man, like, I think, but shouts out to the United Nations because they are actually recognizing what is really true. You know, yeah, man. But you know, I think Africa really is showing their ability. So you know, everybody's jumping on Zoom right now, right? Zoom is the platform.
Zoom is popping.
Yeah, Zoom is definitely popping to the point that they actually even got somebody executed via Zoom, bro.
That's crazy.
Yep, in Singapore, man, for dealing drugs.
That's
dealing drugs.
crazy.
And it didn't even say he was the main drug dealer for his part in the drug deal. He getting killed. He getting hung. And they gave him his sentence via Zoom. So yeah, man, Zoom is just like, you know, right now.
That's
you know,
crazy.
Yeah, Zoom is. But you know, Google just offered Google Meetings now.
Yeah. I saw that.
You see, now you can access it. Remember before, I was trying to access it to have different meetings with investors and so on and so forth. And hey, man, if y'all enjoy the show, make sure y'all go to patreon.com/MCWar.
Yeah,
the link is right below. Click on the link. You know, you'll be helping us to support our next superstar battle, MC battle. You already know we got some flavor coming up for
Check
y'all.
out the
seriously.
website, man. www.mcwar.com.
That's a fact. That's a
Hey,
fact.
but dig it though, right? Madagascar. They are now prepared to sell the remedy.
They selling it now.
Package it up herbal.
Crazy.
You get the liquid, or you get the actual herbs, and you do it yourself to your discretion.
Crazy.
Which is domestically can be bought for around 40 US.
Crazy.
Not dollars.
1,000?
No, 40 US cents per bottle.
Where?
In Madagascar. I
Wow.
mean, but to me that's dope.
Crazy.
Because you would think it was $40 per bottle, right?
Right.
But they got it at 40 US cents per bottle.
Wow.
So but the fact that it's 40 US cents per bottle, whatever the package is,
Right.
the package is, you know what I mean, a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Which is great.
Right.
Because you can see that they're not trying to do what?
Right.
You know, monopolize the remedy.
Well, think about the paracetamol here in Liberia, which is one of the things that you take along with the malaria medicine when you catch malaria.
Right.
It's only 50 Liberian dollars, so that's like what? 20? It's less than 25 cents, right?
Well, yeah, but dig it.
Yeah.
The vaccine.
So I could see it being that cheap.
Yeah, but the vaccine for the COVID-19 and all these different things, this is how this farmer make their money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, the AIDS HIV pill was like something like $7,000.
Right. Yeah, you remember the guy that bought the Wu-Tang album,
Yeah.
you know, he was selling the cure for like, you know, whatever, the treatment.
Yeah.
For some crazy amount of money,
that's
man.
That's my point.
Right.
Whereas, you know, Madagascar
Madagascar got it out there
not
for 40
gouging.
cents.
Well,
that's like India. India is kind of like, and you know, he looks, you know, I don't know, it's in the Indian Ocean, right? Madagascar, even though it's in Africa, it was off Africa in the Indian Ocean, if I'm correct, right? You know, the guy looks a little bit like he's from India, right? The president, right? Young guy, shouts out to him. Also, former DJ, we mentioned that before. But India, their whole thing is revolutionizing medicine to the point where, you know, it's no longer good medical care is no longer attributed to the affluent. You follow? Like, you know, first of all, they got more doctors over there. They got the most medical doctors in the world in India. Like, you know, they're going to be, if they probably already are, you know, because what am I talking about? Heart surgery. You know how much heart surgery costs in India? $800.
Right.
You know how much it costs in America? Close to $50,000, $80,000.
That's right.
You follow what I'm talking about?
That's right.
So they already, leaps and bounds ahead, and they still innovating. So when it comes to medicine, and they're about to have more FDA, what they call legalized, drug. They're about to have more
Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, they're gonna have more legalized treatments, pharmaceutical drugs approved by the FDA than the US. They're bio companies.
Wow.
There's one lady, she's like a billionaire, I forgot her name, and she off of biotech. You follow? I mean, that's where they really kind of got that space right now.
Yeah, they definitely got that space. And they got a lot going on with satellites.
On lock,
man.
Telemedical. Oh, they got a galaxy. I said a galaxy. A satellite up.
Right.
They were talking about they one of the only, I don't know if I heard him right, but he said they one of the only 5. Now, this was an old interview, about 5 years old, but he said they don't one of the only 5 countries that are able to put a satellite up.
That's crazy.
I'm like, how is that? Like, you know, I'm like, you know, because I know, you know, Russia right? United States, right?
China.
You know, London got one up, right? I'm sure, right? United Kingdom, right?
Right.
China, and that's it. Huh? So Germany don't got one up.
It might be some truth to it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta look that up. Seriously.
I don't know how many. You know, I don't think Africa, maybe South Africa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Like, that's my point. Like,
we definitely gonna check that
the
out.
The continent's huge.
Right.
It's gargantuan.
Right. Well, India just, man. I mean, you got 1 billion people over there, man. Any country with that many people, you know, it's gonna be rich, man. It's gonna be rich. How can you not? You know, but you know, they still going through a lot over there. Still a lot of people in poverty. You know, but the leaps and bounds that India is taking and making is really inspirational for the continent of Africa. Seriously, man. Right. But yeah, man. You know, I was just watching. I guess what the 40 cal. They're gonna do the 40 cal versus Cassidy, man. You think that's about to happen?
It's cool. I don't necessarily like that particular matchup.
Yeah, I think J.R. Ryder versus Cassidy would be a more equal, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, no disrespect to 40 cal, but you know what I mean? Being that that's his man, you know, he run with J.R. Ryder. Right. You know, J.R. Ryder is, you know, he's a little bit more closer because they got more, you know, I think their releases are more closer to when it comes to listens. And even then, Cassidy is really a decorated, shouts out to A-Hat. I think that we mentioned this already. I don't know if I did or not, but I watched that interview that A-Hat did, man. Shouts out OD, right? That was a really good interview, man. Your man is he was like, his advice to artists, he was like, look, you know, you got to know what you want. Like, you know, you got to know, you know, he was like, me, I decided that I wanted to be a lyricist, so it's certain things I'm not doing for money. You know what I'm saying? Where some people in it for the bag.
Wow.
So whatever they do, they doing it for the bag. That's how they came into the game. They ain't coming into the game like I'm gonna be the best rapper, You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in for the biggest bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I thought, he man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think dude got a really good build, man. But what's going on with the podcast wars, man? You got these podcast wars, man. Like,
I mean, podcast
crazy, man.
Is the most.
Yeah, they beefing though. You got Joe Budden beefing with Gilly the Kid. You got
he actually beefing.
I mean, you know, they saying different things. Maybe they building each other up. Maybe they building their viewership up. But they going kind of back and forth and stuff like that. I'm like, golly, we can't even just, you know, on no platform and just build, you know, and just kind of build up. Like, you know, it's just always like a, you know, a war thing. But but you know, he was kind of like bigging up their show, man. $1 million worth of games. Shout out to them and Wallow. He's like, they premiered number 2 when they came in the game. They, you know, so they launched, they premiered as number 2 under Joe Rogan. You know Joe Rogan, right?
No.
Oh man, I don't know. Was he like a former ref for the UFC or something? I'm so sorry if I don't know. You know, no disrespect to people that are that know the history of Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan, all I do know is he got some banging interviews, bro.
Okay.
A lot of really popular people. You follow a lot of big names. You follow what I'm talking about? Is on Joe Rogan's show.
Wow. Like,
yeah, he got one of the best. He's number 1. His podcast is number 1. I mean, Robert Kawasaki been on there. I mean, you know, everybody, bro. Everybody you could think of, man. But yeah, man, you know, you make sure y'all keep supporting the Debatable podcast.
The Debatable.
Yeah, man, because, you know, we're going to bring you know, we're going to do our best to bring you stuff that people don't want to talk about on these other platforms. You know, we just want to go ahead and have that open dialogue, man, because, you know, that we feel like that's missing, man. You know, some people scared to talk about certain things, you know, when at the end of the day, you know, the guy, I don't know if you heard of this black wrestler, man, named Shad Gaspard.
Yeah, WWE.
Yeah, man. What happened with that, man? Dude found dead.
Yeah, they found him dead. What happened was he was in the beach with his son.
Right.
And one of the waves took him. And basically his body washed up. They're saying that his body washed up either today or yesterday.
Wow.
You know, but the fact that the
rest
wave,
in peace.
Yeah, the wave just took him out. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess, a freak accident. The wave just took him.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. You know, rest in peace to that brother, man. I ain't even never I guess that was later past my my time in wrestling, man. I think Coco Beware was the last black wrestler. Booker T. Booker T, right? There's a wrestler named Booker T, right? Yeah, there was one named Booker T. I
remember Coco Beware.
Yeah. Coco Beware was really when I was really in it. But then my boy K-Dog, he was still in the Well, when I was kind of phasing out of it
Right.
in high school, he was still into it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's when, Booker T and some of these new guys and stuff was surfacing. But, since then, man, they've had so many people, bro. I can't even keep up. But
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they just have so many people, man. It's like, it's ridiculous how much people they've had, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, from Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, The Undertaker, to like, was that Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, Ivan Pupski.
Right.
It's like the Coco Beware, you know what I'm saying? What was that?
Your man really smashed out wrestling, man. Vince McMahon.
He did his thing, man. He did his thing. He did his thing.
It's all the way over here.
He's doing his thing.
We all the way in West Africa, and they watch that wrestling over here.
Doing.
They watch wrestling over here super big.
And the expression on their faces,
the
like when I was a child.
Didn't Trump say, like, it's necessary, like, to get wrestling going again?
Yeah.
But he cool with Vince McMahon. He been in I think in the main event at WrestleMania before. He been in it, like, he was in the ring, da da da. I didn't necessarily see it, but I recall that time. Everybody been up in the ring, Mayweather, the whole nine.
Snoop Dogg.
Yes, definitely, man. What's going on with Snoop, man? Like, yeah, man.
I just know Snoop right now. He does be reinventing himself. Like right now, he's a DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he does do several different things just to keep his name relevant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Moving around. He might even have a new album coming out or something or the other. You know what I mean? But I think I might have caught a glimpse of that in my peripheral.
Right.
That he got.
Yeah, he just dropped the single talking about I want to go outside or something like that.
That's what I saw. Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
He's just stay relevant. You know what I mean?
And like does. And then even beefing with Tekashi 6ix9 is staying relevant, straight up and down. Even beefing with Tekashi 6ix9 is staying relevant. Right.
So that's just a good look. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg is doing his thing. You know what I mean? He's definitely doing his thing, transcending.
Man,
I would like to see him in more movies. You know what I'm saying? Because the movie things that he did do, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Same here. That was dope. I mean, the main thing is I think he right now, he can do what he want, when he want,
how he want.
Exactly. So it seemed like he really doing what he liked to do. You know what I'm saying? Like even with yeah, that's a fact. Even his show. I forgot what it started with a G. I forgot the name of the show.
GNN?
Yeah, GGN.
GGN.
Something, yeah. I don't know if it's Global Gangster Network or something, either which way. Even with that show, he does it when he wants to. It's not like,
impressed.
Yeah, it pops up and you go, oh, if you subscribe, you're like, oh, that's fire. I've been waiting to see that, man. Yeah, man. But that's what it is, man. Listen, man, we definitely looking forward to some of these new upcoming battles. I think Loaded Lux is supposed to be going head on with Sue Surf.
I wonder what
they're talking about. Loaded Lux versus Sue Surf. I think that's what's being talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, Smack got a card coming up. I forgot what it's called. Sterilized. He definitely got that card coming up. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what who's about to be cracking, man. Shouts out to Sire Boy, man. 106 in Park Freestyle Fridays. That's our guy right there,
Reggie
man.
P was good.
Shouts out to definitely E-Ness. Definitely shouts out Reggie P. Shouts out So Severe. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. So listen, man. Y'all stay tuned in.
Hectic the Backpacker.
DJ Ace Boogie.
Yeah.
Nico. The whole team. And don't forget Atlanta Hip Hop Day, man, coming up October 4th, 3rd, and 4th, Woodruff Park. We right on time. Things will be nice and cleared up. There'd have been a few different festivals before Hip Hop Day. It would have been nice and, everybody been, their feet where they put their toes in the water already. You follow what I'm talking about? By August, I think they might have just had the Funk Fest.
Uh-huh.
I think they, it was scheduled for like last weekend. I don't know if it took place or not, but it was supposed to be a bunch of people like Escape and, like a whole bunch of, new and old groups, you know what I mean? It was supposed to be crazy, but and they were still selling tickets. Like, you could still go on their website and buy tickets. I think it's supposed to happen. I think it happens Memorial Day weekend. But either which way, point is,
Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man coming up.
Oh, versus?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shouts out to Swiss
and Timberland.
Shouts out to Timberland. They really got this thing going right now. They got all genres popping.
Yeah.
From the from the R&B. They just brought the reggae. Now they gotta bring the Afro beats in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it gotta be Wizkid and Davido.
Yeah.
It gotta be like, Wizkid, Davido. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be, what was that? With them guys, P Squared, and you know what I'm saying, some, you know, it's about to get crazy. That's
Bucky
crazy.
Raw.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Bucky Raw, man. Shouts out Bucky Raw, man. Cass is not ready for that guy, man. Straight up and down. But he need a lot more music to be, you know.
But he working though.
Yeah, definitely. But to be, you know, to say, you know, to go against a Davido, we're gonna need. I think his catalog needs to expand, because this dude Davido, you know that that Usher joint they redid. That they always play at the club. That it's like an Afrobeat revision. You know the not Confessions or not. Is it Confessions? It's one of those songs, man.
Sure.
Yeah, that guy. Yo, shouts out to the guy doing the 50 Cent art.
Oh yeah, that dude there is ridiculous.
Yo, this guy.
He gotta be on his 10th one.
Yeah. He did the. You saw the Tyson one?
He did the Tyson.
Yeah,
one.
he did the 50 Cent with a THENT.
Man,
He
did 69.
Crazy.
I mean, this dude is
Crazy.
on his. You know, he's becoming very like. He's becoming, you know, well known. I mean,
that's love. That's really love right there, straight up and down. That's fire, classic. So yeah, man. So that's gonna be something to see, man. But yeah, shouts out Bucky Raw. Like I was saying, Davido, his what's that called? Catalog.
Right.
Bro, man, like dang, not Confessions. What's that song, man? It's a remake, man. It's like a doo-wop almost sound. Afro beats, man. They always play it at that club across the street. Always play it. It's the only remake of an Usher song. That's all Afro beats that we always listen to and we always talk about it. Either which way, Davido did that.
Okay.
Yeah, Davido did that. Yeah, he did that. You know, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about right now, but yeah, when you figure it out, yeah, then I'm gonna be able to like, yeah, that's Davido right there. Yeah, but that guy catalog is something fierce. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that dude, come on, bro. That dude catalog, you know, you gonna have to really record. I mean, really, Davido could get an Akon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a dope battle right there. Like a versus.
It is.
That's a good one right there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But Akon he's just so seasoned. He's been doing it for so long.
Yeah, he has, but I think it'll be good for both of them. It'll be good for Akon because Akon kinda he's that guy, but he kinda quiet right now. Musically. Like musically, you're not really talking about Akon like that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. His catalog is so
But then again, he is going into the Latin crowd.
Right.
But I'm saying Davido I'm just saying, he'll be the only other artist off the continent of Africa, right? That I think could compete with Akon. There's nobody that's got as much content, as much songs as Akon from West Africa. You follow what I'm talking about? Like, you know, of course, you know, you could probably do Akon versus, you know, Usher or another big R&B artist in the States, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if it's gonna be a thing where it's like, you know, West Africa.
Yo, shouts out DJ Razor.
Yeah, man, shouts out DJ Razor. If it's gonna be a West Africa thing, the closest is gonna be Davido. Ain't nobody closer to Akon than that off the continent.
Yo, shouts out Nielsen, yo, for doing your thing, man. Shouts out Nielsen.
Definitely doing this thing right now, man. Straight up and down. Shouts out Orlando, man.
A family,
straight up and down. Atlantic Records.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Straight up.
And a family finds over like a huge, like a bag of money.
Right.
$1 million.
Wow.
And they called the sheriff department and gave it back.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, you got some people that'll do that.
Yeah. Wow.
It just wouldn't be me.
Nah, it wouldn't be me either. I'm out. I'm on the first check. I'm on the first check. That's $1 million? Come on, man. I'm out. I'm out. Where they find it? And they found it where? Man, it don't make no sense, man. It don't make
Virginia
no sense.
family returns nearly $1 million found in the middle of the road.
Wow. Crazy. What?
Yeah.
And with that, we out, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Debatable.